Oh, there's an Audi R8 convertible Spider. Look at that. Nice. Ding, ding, ding. Player number 2 has entered the match. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Faerodyn back with another MotoVlog. So today I'm a little stoked. I got a new piece of riding gear. It just came in the mail from the kind folks at RevZilla. It is a new riding jacket. Now, for those of you that have been watching for a while, you've probably seen my old school N7 leather jacket. While that thing is great in colder weather, and it has a lot of good abrasion resistance, you know, it's technically not a motorcycle riding jacket, so it didn't have armor. I gotta stop saying in all my videos. Anyways, one of the things I realized last summer of 2019, you cannot wear those kinds of jackets in the summers here in Arizona. I mean, it was just way too hot. It was horrible. I actually got sick. So what happened was I was actually trying to go out and film MotoVlog. And while I was out, I was feeling fine for the most part, for at least, like, I'd say the first half hour. And then I just started feeling funny. So I thought, okay, that's strange. Let's go ahead and go straight home. Like, I brought water with me just in case, but you know, it was a different kind of funny. So I beelined it straight home, and by the time I got home, I was feeling so bad that I actually had to go straight home. And by the time I got home, I was feeling so bad, I just left my bike literally right in the middle of the garage. And I was overheated, flushed. My face was cherry, as red as a tomato. I was just feeling really, really bad. I'm pretty sure I got heat exhaustion, because I got really sick, like in the pit of my stomach. I think I was still sweating, so that's a good sign when you're still sweating, but still, it was really bad. Like, I had to strip off all my clothes. I was feeling so miserable. And here, let's go ahead and pull in over here. Alright, this looks like as good a spot as any. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up the selfie cam. Getting back to what we were talking about. Too long, didn't raid version. My old jacket was way too hot. It had great abrasion resistance, but didn't have any impact protection at all. So it was a very, you know, not really motorcycle riding jacket to begin with, but I made do with it for a while. And this last summer, just, wow, it took a lot out of me when I wore it during the summertime. Yeah, it did. It made me sick. I got way overheated. I made the decision, the next thing I need to invest in is a good riding jacket for the summer times here. So started doing some research, and come to find out, it's kind of hard to find summertime jackets that have the impact protection, plenty of breathability in the color scheme that I wanted, which is, you know, black, white, and orange, preferably small amounts of orange, nothing too crazy. I like the orange to keep in theme with the bike, but I don't really want to go too hog wild on it. So ultimately, you know, what I ended up doing was narrowing it down to 3 choices. I found the Icon Mesh AF jacket. It looked really good. As far as ventilation goes, it still actually might be a viable option in case this jacket doesn't work out. But I wanted to get something that had a little bit more abrasion resistance than the Icon Mesh AF jacket. It came with, you know, the same armor that this jacket has, the elbow and forearm armor, shoulder armor, and spine protector armor. But when I was looking at all the videos on it and stuff like that, it looked like it might have had a little too much breathability and not enough abrasion resistance, and I didn't want to sacrifice the abrasion resistance in case, God forbid, I ever go down. You know, I know that's not going to happen. I do try to keep it pretty safe and mellow for the most part, but just in case, you know, you never know. I don't want to find out the hard way that that jacket has absolutely no abrasion resistance. So this one I went with is the Icon Overlord SB2 Stim. Now there's several different variants of the SB2 Overlord. This is actually the previous model. I think the newer one is the Prime. There are other variants of this one where it has a little bit less perforation, and like there's one where it's all blue and black, one where it's all red and black, one where it's all blacked out stealth. I didn't like any of that, especially in the summers here. I wanted something with some white up here on the tops and, you know, in the front to hopefully not retain so much heat from the sun. And so that's why I went with this one. This one's got like a skull graphic on the front. Looks kind of cool. I'm not really that big into skulls, even though I have a skull balaclava that I wear. Obviously it's become the channel logo, but it just happened to fit the budget, fit the bill. So this jacket is great. It's got a lot of perforation up and down the front and back. Lets a lot of airflow through. If it's a little too cold like it is right now in January of 2020 for Arizona, our winters are pretty mild. They don't really get that cold. We might get down into the 40s. Sometimes we get down into the 30s in degrees Fahrenheit, of course. So we don't get too cold, but with the thermal liner, that is a zip out thermal liner, it's keeping me just the right temperature. I'm not cold. I don't feel any bite from the cold air, even though I'm sure for most of you who live in really cold climates, you probably don't have to worry about any sort of discomfort in 50-degree weather. You know what I mean? Or 40-degree weather. I think we're in the high 40s right now, low 50s. But yeah, I mean, it's got a nice thermal liner, like I said, zip out when it gets too warm. So far it feels great. There's no restriction in my arm movement. The fabric that they use is really, really good. I know in the Revzilla video that they have on their website, the guy they had wearing the jacket for the video, he was kind of the same size as me, same build. He was 6 foot tall, I believe they said, and right around 230 pounds. And I'm about the same height and about 245 pounds. So, you know, we're close. We're close. They sized him down to a large, and when I went, I wanted to get just a little bit more room. So I went with an XL, and I'm glad I did, because while they were able to fit him down into a large, I had to wear the XL, and it's still kind of form-fitting on me. It feels a little snug in places. I might have to lose a little bit more weight here. We'll see, just to make sure, you know, I don't end up not being able to wear my jacket. But for the most part, it feels great. It feels nice. It doesn't feel too restrictive. Okay, so getting back to the jacket. The true test is going to come this summer. I'm not sure exactly yet, you know, how breathable it's going to be in the summer. I'll take out the inner liner vest, thermal vest, that's supposed to keep it a little bit more warm. It sort of blocks out some of the air coming through the perforations. Obviously there's no way to close them off. There's no vents, covers, or anything like that, except for in the sleeves. In the sleeves I got zippers that open up for extra breathability, which is, it feels great. Like basically this is the perfect jacket to have for the winters here in the valley in Arizona. So I mean, for the most part, I'm happy, completely happy so far. I don't have any buyer's remorse or like, oh man, this thing would have been better if. No, for the most part right now, it feels great. I'm just, like I said, I got to wait until summer rolls around and see if by removing the inner thermal liner, I'm going to have enough breathability to where I'm going to be able to be comfortable wearing this thing. It really sucks. Oh yeah, see, it feels so good. I can feel the air going through the jacket right now, and it feels perfect. I don't feel too cold. It just feels great all around. So it's a really good jacket. I like it. Hopefully I'll never have to find out just how protective it is. And well, the big test, like I said, will be this summertime. We'll see this summer if it's going to be as comfortable as I hope it is in the summer, in the heat, when it gets up into the triple digits here. Because even though it's a dry heat, you guys, I don't care, 120 degrees, which it does get sometimes, is still 120 degrees. I mean, there's just no ways around it. It is miserable. And so you gotta come prepared. Usually I always have my backpack on me in the summer times, and I'll actually put water bottles in there just in case, because it gets so miserable. You do have to stop sometimes and just pull over and just drink some water, even if you don't feel bad yet, because if you wait until you feel bad, you're going to be feeling really bad. You know what I mean? It's just something you got to plan for. It's a part of living in the desert. You know, you got to deal with what Mother Nature throws at you. Oh, something else I didn't mention yet, pockets. With my N7 jacket, it had one on the inside and two on the outside. None of them were zippered. So, you know, you had to kind of put stuff in your pockets at your own risk in the event that, you know, something might pop out on you. So, what I have to do is, you know, plan to only use the inner pocket, because that's the only upright one. The two on the outside for the hands are angled. And so stuff comes right out on you when you're riding around. In other news, first week back to school, and it has been brutal. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I'm taking two hard classes right now. I am taking calculus and I am taking chemistry, organic chemistry 2. And so those are two really tough courses, at least for me. I'm not a brainiac, but week 1 has been brutal. The math course is the online course, so calculus is an online course, and so far I have done nothing but work. There's been a review. We're supposed to do an algebra review, trigonometry review. I almost said trigonometric. I'm so used to my professors talking. Trigonometric functions. So, I mean, it was just algebra review, trigonometry review, and something else. I'm completely blanking. My mind is so fried right now. But essentially the way it's structured is you gotta like print off blank notes, then you gotta fill them out. You gotta watch all the videos, you gotta fill them out, take pictures of them, upload them to the website in PDF form, and then you get credit for that. Then you gotta do all the homework, which is really picky because it's a computer program, so there's no like just scribbling it on a piece of paper and the teacher like understands, yeah, okay, I figure he probably meant this. No, you have to do an exact match to what the question or what the program is looking for in the answer. And so it can get a little frustrating sometimes, because you know the answer and you know you're putting it in the way you've been taught, but you're just not using the right symbol, or you put the symbol from the wrong spot, or so, you know what I mean? Some small little detail that it's like, oh, so frustrating. But it's just so much work, you guys. Oh, and then quizzes. I've already had like 3 quizzes. Week 1, I'm not even joking. I am not exaggerating. 3 quizzes, that's a lot of work for week 1. I mean, most people come in like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what to expect. This is the pace we're gonna go at, blah, blah, blah. Here's some safety videos. Here's some review work that you can do with your peers in class. Have fun, you know what I mean? And so this has definitely not been like that at all. It's not been that relaxed. It's been brutal. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna try and keep doing videos. I got some new stuff in the works. I got some new parts, some stuff that I originally wasn't going to do. And I decided to just go ahead and get it so I can do tutorial videos on how to install them, because I know there are things that, you know, everybody likes to put on their bikes. Really, it's 2 main things that I kind of wanted to do for tutorial videos and whatnot. I'll just tell you what one of them is. So one of them is a USB port. It's a dual USB port, so I can plug in up to 2 USB devices to charge while I'm on my bike. One I figured for my phone and another for a secondary camera. And the reason behind that, in one of my recent videos I showed the action camera that I was using, the budget action camera. And somebody was asking, you know, wow, the battery life seems to be really crummy in those. You know, it only lasted about 20 to 30 minutes on a good full charge. So, you know, by any chance, does the camera work while it's being charged? And I thought, well, shoot, yeah, let's try that out, because you can install those charging systems on your bikes and then just plug it in and have it always plugged in while you're using it. I looked into it and I found a good kit for about 10 bucks on Amazon. And so what I want to do is go ahead and do a video installing the USB chargers, just to kind of show you guys and give you guys an idea what to expect if you want to do the same for your bike. The kit actually came with all the stuff that you need, and it doesn't look like you have to cut any wires or splice any wires. You basically just connect, you make connections, and it works. It even comes with its own fuse, so it's sort of like an out-of-circuit kind of thing. So I was like, all right, cool. Wow, these guys are hauling ass. So yeah, the kit itself looks like it'll probably be about an hour's worth of installation. I might have to remove the gas tank cover, we'll see. And then the harder part will be trying to figure out where to mount the actual USB charger part, because I want it to be close enough to where I can use it on my devices. But I don't want it to be where it's out in the open and it's constantly getting wet. Like when I wash the bike, or if it rains on the bike, I don't want to have to worry about is water going to get in there and start screwing stuff up. Because water and electronics do not mix. They do not mix, you guys. So that's something else that I'm going to be looking into, making a tutorial video here in the near future. Anyways, that's going to be all for me today, you guys. So, Faerodyn signing off. Peace.